While congressional lawmakers are on their 4th of July break, there is no vacation from speculation over what will happen to Obamacare. So far, repeal and replace promises from Republicans remain unfulfilled. Chief Congressional Correspondent Mike Emanuel has the latest.
We're certainly not going to see a vote by July 4th.
With an estimated 33 legislative days between now and the end of the fiscal year, pressure is building on Capitol Hill, with the Senate still struggling with health care.
There is some thought that there might be a vote next week, by the end of next week. Difficult to say, but we do need to get this thing done. We need to get it done quickly because the American people are struggling to keep up with their health care payments and to buy health care that they can actually use.
Lee and fellow conservative Ted Cruz have offered an amendment to the Senate health care reform package. It's called the Consumer Freedom Act, which would allow insurance companies to offer some plans that don't meet all of the Obamacare regulations. They argue that would make some insurance premiums a lot cheaper. The key is leadership can only lose 2 GOP senators and still pass the overall bill, so they're trying to strike the right balance.
There's a big effort to get everybody on board. We owe it to the American people to move in a different direction. Obamacare has failed us terribly. It continues to fail. And we need to move in a different direction. This bill takes us a big step in the right direction. So I'm hoping that we'll get the consensus we need and get the support so that we can pass this after the 4th of July break.
Some Democrats are looking to go left from Obamacare to a much more expensive option.
Medicare for all, which is simply an expansion of Medicare, it's not just for seniors, but for everybody, will be saving middle-class families substantial sums of money, and it will be guaranteeing health care to every man, woman, child in this country.
There's also passing a budget, raising the debt ceiling, and the need to make progress on tax reform. With much still on the agenda, a dozen House Republicans, led by Arizona Congressman Andy Biggs, sent this letter to Speaker Ryan saying, quote, "We request that you cancel Congress's current plans to recess for the month of August to ensure there is enough time to address the long list of pressing issues on our docket." White House aides note President Trump will still be on the job.
The president will be working throughout August, no matter where he is. And so put him down for wanting people to work hard at all times. I mean, he outworks all of us as hard as we try.
Some key lawmakers say it is too early to panic about not getting their work done.
We're getting bills to the floor. Then we're going to deal with our debt ceilings and things that normally come up. This is part of a process up here. We can work and walk and chew gum at the same time.
There's a new wrinkle to the tax reform debate that could irritate a lot of the GOP establishment. White House Chief Strategist Steve Bannon is proposing raising taxes on upper-income Americans, according to a White House source, to pay for steep middle and working-class tax cuts. James?
And what would Republican lawmakers like more than that to campaign on as they go into 2018? A tax hike.
Exactly right.
We'll see where it goes. Mike Emanuel, thank you.
Thanks, James.